sure you check out our new sponsor, The Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. All right, we back. Goodfellow Sports TV. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And it appears that the Toronto Raptors had an opportunity to bring back Kawhi Leonard. Yep. They had an opportunity to bring Kawhi Leonard back, but they didn't do so. And Bleacher Report is reporting, and I dropped that article in the description of the article link. They're reporting that Paul George was the determining factor between him going to the Clippers, which he ended up with the Clippers, or staying with the Toronto Raptors. And Masai Ujiri declined a deal that would have sent Paul George and Russell Westbrook to the Toronto Raptors for Pascal Siakam, and they just said a package centered around him. Now we look what the Clippers gave up to get Paul George. Okay, they gave up Gilgeous-Alexander. They gave up Danilo Gallinari. Now neither one of them is as good as Pascal Siakam, and they gave up 3 first-round draft picks. Now they tried to give up Westbrook and Paul George, and knowing they had beef, so you could have had Westbrook, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard in Toronto. But I figured that the Thunder was going to get the expiring contract this year of Kyle Lowry at $33 million. They wanted Siakam. I assume they wanted Fred VanVleet. I assume they wanted a number of guys. Maybe even Serge. I thought they wanted Serge Ibaka back, but maybe some other guys they got there as well too. So Toronto wasn't willing to do so. So therefore, the Clippers did Gallinari, Gilgeous-Alexander, and 3 first-round unprotected draft picks to acquire Paul George. So maybe Toronto looked at it like, okay, Paul George and Westbrook already beefing. They trying to throw their beef shit over here, and we're going to lose some good players. So the Toronto didn't really want to keep Kawhi Leonard that bad. Because if that was me and I wanted to keep Kawhi Leonard that bad, I would have traded all them motherfuckers, man. Ain't none of them as good as Westbrook. And you could have flipped Westbrook. You could have waited till the trade deadline, see how it worked out between Paul George, Westbrook, and the rest of them, and you could have flipped them. But then again, they probably didn't want to pay that money neither. They didn't want to pay Kawhi a 4-year, $190 million deal. And then you got Paul George who getting a nice size deal, and Westbrook. You know, that's the difference, man. That's why I wish the NBA didn't have my mom's barking. The NBA didn't have a salary cap. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you'll see who really wanted to go win and who really didn't. And with that, man, like Toronto, I guess Toronto really didn't want to keep Kawhi that bad. They rolled out the red carpet. Drake gave him ownership. He wanted to give him ownership of his OVO label. He could eat free in Toronto. But how bad did they really want to get him? Because I don't know if Oklahoma City was like, you got to take Paul George and Westbrook in this deal, or could they have done a deal for Westbrook just for Paul George? But Paul George was the key. Whoever was able to get Paul George was going to get Kawhi. So really, all the Laker insiders, you know, at the end of the day, all the Lakers insiders was leaking information saying, "Oh, I'm 90% sure he coming to." You know, to LA. But meanwhile, we focusing so much on Kawhi Leonard, nobody was reporting that Westbrook and Paul George was having issues, was having problems, a schism, whatever you want to call it. Nobody reported that. And they said a lot of NBA executives and insiders knew. But Kawhi Leonard dominated the headline so much, a lot of people were saying, like, how can the Clippers get Kawhi Leonard and they don't have a co-star? Because you don't want to go to the Clippers and it'd be you, Gallinari, Gilgeous-Alexander, and Montrezl Harrell and Lewis Williams. You know what I'm saying? You like, man, that ain't enough to compete with LeBron and AD. But meanwhile, everybody paying all this attention to Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking at Kawhi. Everybody looking at Kawhi. Everybody looking at Kawhi. Everybody looking at Kawhi. Paul George and Westbrook was having their issues, man. And it's like I said before, man. If Toronto fans hear this, man, you had an opportunity to get Westbrook and George, but obviously it probably would have destroyed the team in a team depth. And Toronto is built off of team depth. You know what I'm saying? They built off team depth. They built going 10 deep. You know, you gotta think of it. Norman Powell, Fred VanVleet, Ibaka come off the bench any given night. You know, you got a number of guys. You still got Jeremy Lin somehow still on the team, and you got the McCall guy from Golden State. You got several guys that come off the bench that give Toronto Toronto a chance, man. But really, I don't think Toronto was in a position not to make that deal. You know, maybe it came down to ownership, and ownership said, well, we ain't paying all that money. Because then you got to go out there, you probably lose several pieces, several first-round draft picks. Now you got to go into the luxury tax or whatever it may be, or you got to piece the team together. Maybe they wasn't willing to do that. Maybe they looking like Kawh waited too long. The J.J. Redicks of the world is gone. The Bojanoviches of the world is gone. Or, you know, whatever it is. It sounded like a deal from ownership. Just didn't want to do that, man. So it don't look like Toronto was willing to keep Kawhi at all costs. And guess what? They gave Kawhi out to get to the Clippers. Now, I wonder, did they? I know in the article it said that the Oklahoma City Thunder, Sam Presti, was trying to put Toronto and the Clippers against each other with the Paul George thing. I wonder, did they just talk about Paul George with the Toronto Raptors? That's what I wonder. Did they just talk about Paul George, or did they say, you know what? I know they really want to keep. Kawhi. We're gonna just throw Westbrook and Paul George on them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it was, and they tried to get over. And Toronto was like, we'd be good. And like I said before, for a city outside the United States, Toronto, where no superstars is willing to go, that's the last destination stars are willing to go to. You get stars to go to Oklahoma City before there, Memphis, Charlotte, everywhere. Anywhere in the United States, you get stars to go there before they go to Toronto. So I don't think Toronto was in position. I don't think they was in position to turn this deal down. I just don't. You know, at the end of the day, I don't see nobody that's that valuable on Toronto other than Kawhi Leonard to be like, nah. Because guess what? Siakam gonna leave too. Siakam not staying there. Siakam gonna leave too. So, but if you create a winning environment where Paul George, Westbrook, and Kawhi Leonard, and depending on who they keep, I would have imagined they would have kept Ibaka. They probably would have kept Marc Gasol. You could have filled out the roster, and you would have been the favorites to win the championship easily. The Toronto Raptors with Westbrook, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard. Only thing that made people hesitant is Westbrook. And then if it didn't work with Westbrook, you could just turn around and flip Westbrook. But they didn't want to keep Kawhi that bad, man, and therefore, you know, the Clippers came in and said, we give you a monstrous deal for Paul George, 3 first-round draft picks, Gallinari and Gilgeous-Alexander, and it happened like that. But you got to believe that Westbrook is on the move. Westbrook is definitely about to get traded, man. And if I'm my Detroit Pistons, I'm looking to get him. If I'm the New York Knicks, I'm looking to get him. You know? I know Boston like, damn, we just took Kemba, but I think Kemba better fit. You don't want to go through what you went with Kyrie. I mean, I'm looking to OC, Orlando Magic, I'm looking to get him. You know, if I'm the Milwaukee Bucks, I'm looking to get him. You know, Minnesota, Phoenix, teams like that, man, I'm looking to get him. You know, I doubt if Houston can get him because of the Chris Paul contract. Nobody want that. But Dallas, I don't know if they got enough, but some of these teams, man, they need to be looking to try to get him, man. And I think Westbrook will be on the move. He will be grooving. But it's unfortunate, though. But it's some teams that can use his services, for sure. I mean, if Philly don't reach a max contract extension with Ben Simmons, do they try to do Ben Simmons for Westbrook? You know, Westbrook to Philly? You know, I think that could work. I think they'd be happy with that. They got to, you know, do a sign and trade with Ben Simmons. But I don't think Ben Simmons want to be in Oklahoma City, no way, to be real. You know, Ben Simmons probably want to be in New York, L.A., be next to his Kardashian-Jenner girl that keep cheating on him. But hey, it is what it is. I'll link that article in the description for Bleacher Report. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love and support. The intro instrumental link there as well too. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, the Hellblaze, at thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing get you 18% off the 100% all natural products, lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much more. One time for the one time. It's your boy Goodfellow Sports TV. We gone.